Tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited that you want to learn some tips and hacks to help you be successful or continue to be successful in your fitness and wellness journey. Of course, there's no shortcut to success. You've got to put in the work, but these are legitimate hacks that have worked for me in my wellness journey. So let's jump right in. I've got 5 for you today. So grab a paper and a pen and let's go. All right, number 1. The first one is I gave myself grace. I know you weren't expecting that, huh? But true talk, I gave myself grace. As I got older, I'm currently now in my 40s, and as I got older, I gave myself grace. When I first started off my fitness and wellness journey, I was very regimented, very strict. If I missed a day, oh my gosh, it was like not good. I know that I was being mean to myself or self-deprecating, but I just was very strict. Like, you can't miss a day, you have to stick to the schedule. But life happens. As I got older, I learned to be flexible with my schedule. I learned to give myself grace. If I missed a day, I always had a plan B. Okay, hey, we missed this day. Let's make it up this next day or this next time. Or versus like the all or nothing mindset. Like, okay, I have 10 minutes. Let me do a quick strength workout or quick cardio on the treadmill versus no, I only have 10 minutes. That's not enough time to do anything. Forget it. So the all or nothing mindset was put to bed, and whatever time I have, I just get something done. So instead of having the all or nothing mindset, is continuing to be building the consistent mindset towards that. So yeah, number 1 is I gave myself grace. The second one was I began to understand that it's ideal to eat my biggest meals the most active part of my day. So, if you eat breakfast or lunch, whatever your biggest meal is, plan to eat that meal around when you're the most active so that you give your body enough time to absorb it, digest it, and then burn off any excess. So for me, my most active time is around noon to, like almost end of the afternoon. And so usually I plan my big meals around that, and so that I had enough time to burn off any excess. And then that actually leads me to my third point, which is as the day progressed and my movements began to reduce, I switched over to having more protein in my diet towards the evening time. And that way I don't have all this excess sugar from, high carb meals, because, that's all broken down into glucose in your system. So I would rather switch to high protein meals, and that way I'm tapering off as my movements reduce throughout the day. All right, and then the third point was, which I think I already gave the third point, was eating protein during the last part of my day towards dinner time. And then the fourth point was not buying junk. So, or like high calorie snacks and meals. So it wouldn't even make it into my pantry in the first place. It never made it into my house. I would only buy the things that I know for sure I should be eating. Sometimes, I might give myself some wiggle room, which goes back to my first point of giving myself grace, but giving myself wiggle room where, if I bought like a bag of candy or something, I would just buy a small size package. And when I ate that meal or ate that snack, I ate it when it was my most active time of the day. So do you see the trend here? You see how things are tying in together here? Right. So I would eat that during my most active time of the day so that I gave my body enough time to burn off any excess calorie. So the last point, which is my fifth point, is stretching and breathing. Oh my gosh. That has been a game changer for me in my fitness and wellness journey, is stretching. I knew that it was important, but I didn't really dedicate enough time to it in my earlier part of fitness. And as I'm getting older, it's so important that I maintain, mobility, and I keep my muscles lengthened and strengthened. So stretching has become a big part of my process now. So after my strength training or my cardio sessions, I do a stretch. But almost every night, I definitely stretch. And sometimes it's even a way for me to release stress from my body, which is, it's important to also manage your stress levels. But that'll be conversation for another video. If you want to learn more about stress management and how we can manage that better, put it in the comment. Let me know if that's a topic that you want to talk through and learn more about. So these are the 5 hacks that you can apply to your fitness and wellness journey, which is the first one is give yourself grace. We're all humans. We may have some good days and not so good days, and that's okay. Just keeping that mindset. And then also eating your large meals during the most active part of your day is key. That way you have the opportunity to burn off any excess calories in your system. And then eating protein for dinner, especially as the day winds down and your movement is reducing. You want to switch over to, of course, you want to be eating protein all through your meals, but just consciously increasing protein and reducing carbohydrates so that you don't have that excess in your system. And then not buying junk food. And finally, stretching and breathing. So let me know in the comments which hack speaks to you, which hack you're going to add to your routine and why. And thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Put on that notification bell for the next time that I post. And I'm so excited that you're here, and I hope to see you soon. All right, until then, be well.